Hi, my name is Teri Lee from Sweet Pea Papers and the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and this is video 7 in our Christmas in July 2022 project series. Now, this is a collaboration that Lisa Fisher from Lisa's Paper, Lace, and Bling have started. We did one last year, and our reaction this year has been great. We've got a lot of people in the collaboration. Everyone is going to be listed below along with Lisa's information. We've got the 2 designers of the 2 free kits that the collaboration people can use, or of course they can use whatever kit or papers that they like. If you're a participant, then you need to use the hashtag Christmas in July 2022 project. And if you just want to make a card or a booklet or whatever, and you don't know how to do videos or you don't have the ability to do videos, then just post them in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group with the hashtag Christmas in July 2022 project, or you can post them in Lisa's Paper, Lace, and Bling Facebook group. And like I said, all the links to everything is going to be below, and Lisa's Etsy shop as well. So let me set this aside. We've got our signatures, and we're going to work on signature 2, and I'm going to work on signature 1 off camera. So now signature 2, let me make sure that's the one we want to do. Yes, signature 2, we've got all of our big ephemera that we've made so far in the previous videos paper clipped into where we want to put it. So that's what we're going to try to get through today in this video. And I'd like to take some of these pockets that I've pre-inked, except for these 2 that I thought maybe we could use these 2 scraps as pockets, and we might have to cut these, so I didn't ink them yet, but I've cut and inked and pre-folded all of these envelopes so in case we need them. Now on these larger envelopes we may end up cutting these flaps off to make them flatter so that we don't have to put as much ephemera in them. And we're going to try to use these as decoration, or maybe pockets on the backs of flaps or whatever. Or and we've got a lot of scraps to use to cover things like this that we're going to have to deal with. So let's take this signature and set it out of the way. And let's look at signature 2. Now, you'll notice one of the paper clips has some sari silk on it, and the sari silk was cream colored, and I used the vintage photo ink to distress it out a little bit. Now what we're going to do eventually is, hopefully we'll have a couple more of these, and we're going to use bulb pins, which are these. You see if you can see them better from the underside. They're safety pins with a bulb on the end, and that's why they're called bulb pins, or pins. I always say it so it sounds like I'm saying pens, but I'm saying pins. And we would probably use this darker color here because we're using sari silk, and it's a little bit easier to use the bulb pins than it is to run the sari silk through the jump rings. However, I do have these jump rings out and ready to go as well. More sari silk ready to go. And of course our Christmas charms that I was afraid we weren't going to be able to use, but I am bound and determined to find a way to add some in. Okay, so that's my plan. We're not going to do the ephemera on the paper, that ephemera that we're going to put in. We're not going to decorate those with this in this video, but we are going to do it in the next video. My goal is for 11 videos, I believe, and a 12th one that's a flip through. And that will give us plenty of time to get this done. We may have a little bit less if I will be quiet and continue on. So we've got the cover of the signature. We don't have anything in here, and I'm planning on putting a pocket in here. Now on this, we're planning on attaching this to this page. I'm going to be careful of that paperclip edge there. And I'm planning on attaching it this way. And then using one of the scraps to cover the white area and maybe make it large enough to make it into a tuck. I think that's my goal on this one. So we're going to ink this some more. Let me get these pockets and this out of the way. We're going to ink this some more just in case any of it shows. You definitely don't want any white to show at all. Now, another way you could do this would be to cover this with paper on one side and just glue it down. I'm going to go ahead and do this whole thing. You could just leave this inked and put it down. Which is actually an option here, because it does blend in. That might be better than having a big piece that makes it obvious. Let's glue it on and then we can take a look at it and see what we think. So let's get this lined up here so we don't get ink anywhere we don't want to. Another way to do it would be to take the page out, slide this out, and set this to the side so you know where this paper goes. I don't think we're going to have to do that for this. So we're going to glue this side here. And the reason I inked it up is because the edge is probably going to show, the side edge. And I just wanted to make sure any edge here that showed was inked as well. So let's go ahead and get this puppy inked on there. And I have enough that we can move it around a little bit. That's way too much glue. Now, where do we want it? I want it in the center, I think. Let's line it up with the edge of the page. And then we're going to open it up. We're going to look for extra glue. You know, I kind of like it just inked. I think it kind of blends in. I don't think we need to call attention to it with any paper. Let me think about it and then we'll come back to it. There is a white spot right there. Looks like came off my hand. I will bet that we could put something here, maybe something here. I don't know. Now I want to cover it because of that white. Like I said, I believe it's white out from my hand because I had some on my hand. We do have this white here, but yeah, and that's not near big enough. Let's look what we got under the paper trimmer. I've sorted everything out. Thought this would make a good belly band. It is the right size, so let's keep that. I mean, if we cut this, no, it still wouldn't be big enough. That isn't even big enough. Just in case you're wondering, I'm going through this large pile of scraps. I know that I can cut this, and it would be big enough. And I'm wondering if I want to call attention to it by adding one of the darker colors. I'm not sure that I do. Then again, it would match this if I used the right one, which is this one. It would continue the, it's too short. This is the right one. It's too short. What is going on? All of these are too short. The only one that's long enough is this blue one, and I think it calls more attention to it. Let's leave it for now, and then we'll decide and come back. We might have some ephemera that we could put right there, you know, like here, and make a tuck in the corner. So let's move on. This piece is long enough. You can make a tuck out of it and then make a writing card. Sorry about the top of my head. I think it was in the camera just then. I really like this made into a card. I wonder if we should cut it from that side. Whoa, sorry about that. They won't have the stars. Trying to set my timer to make 30 minutes, and I forgot to turn it on, of course. Otherwise, if the file size is too big, I have to email it to myself, which takes forever. Have you ever tried to mail a 4 gigabyte file to yourself? It is not my favorite thing to do. We'll put it that way. All right, if we're going to make it a tuck, then we'll put it like this. And put it like that. Okay. So all we have to do is glue this one side. Then I'll make, I'll make a writing card off camera. We've already made writing cards back in here, so Make sure it doesn't impede the folding. We'll make a tuck out of it. And we'll stick a writing card in there. So let me put one of the small paper clips on here so I remember to put a card in there when I do my flip through, to remind myself of things that need to be done. Now this card comes off, and then we've got the writing paper on both sides. So now on this, I would like to use now this may be a longer video than normal. Probably going to have to split it into two. Sorry about that. Talking like I'm drunk. As the video goes on, my voice may get worse. There's a gold snowflake. Is that too big? There's a smaller one in there. We also have the darker ones. I think we'll go with the darker one. And then we'll go with this darker bulb pen. Looks silver. Big mess going on here. This way we don't have to use an eyelet. And it's got a charm on it. And since I put the charm in the middle of the knot, it'll help keep it from coming undone. Okay, on this side we have the same situation with the flap. This doesn't look like it wants to ink all the way either. Yeah, I'm going to need to put it on this way. I need to put this one at the, no. That's the center. And I wasn't going to put anything in the center, but I'm almost thinking that this on one side. I don't like it. I like it better on this side. And then we're just going to have to cover it up. In the center, we'll probably put 2 big pockets and 2 big writing cards. We want to make sure that our belly band is right side up. And I didn't necessarily want it to be dead center. But I can see somewhere I missed inking. Okay. See, that looks bad. So we'll do the same thing on this one. Oh, today's ring is purple. I have so many different ones of these. Now this writing is directional, so we want to make sure it goes to the top, so we want to glue this side. So we're going to make a tuck out of that. We need to make sure it goes all the way up and covers that torn looking white area. This might have been a little wide. This card probably needs a tab. I don't know what kind of, I bought a whale tail flat tab die, but it's very small, so I bought another one that's bigger, but I'm pretty sure it will not be here in time. I got it from AliExpress. It's the only place I was able to find one. Okay. Wow, my stomach's really growling again. Yeah, we can use something here. We'll go through, we'll put one of those big pockets here, I think. See, the paper clip scraped that. I was going to wait to the pockets, but we see a large need for something right here. Now I folded these flaps under. They come flat, of course, and they're lines along the edge, and you just fold them on the lines. There's a line right along here, and you just fold it on that line, and then I ink them up pretty good. Okay, we need to switch to another video. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So we've got that glued in. Excuse me there. I went ahead and glued the pocket in. I think we were in the middle of doing that before. And I put a clip there because we're going to need to put something in the pocket. We've got some large writing cards. We might be able to get away with those cards and a couple of little cards. I had breakfast during the break, and now I feel like I'm talking funny. Okay, so let's put this as a belly band. Definitely gonna need a writing card there. Maybe we are going to have to use that one paper that I didn't want to use. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough variety. It's going to be all this red and blue. Now, instead of putting it down the center, I think I'm going to put it to the side, just to be different. Not the side, but not center. Off center, that's the word I'm looking for. This bottom edge seems wider than the top. It is a scrap. It is. Hold on just one second. Yeah, it wasn't much, but it was just enough to bother me. Let's re-glue it. And it should still be fine height-wise. We didn't cut anything off the height. We just made it the same width at the top and the bottom. Okay. And okay, see a paper clip here. So we need to, wow, that was loud. My phone is charging across the room and that seemed very, very loud. Alright, this is a tuck. So we're going to glue down this outside edge. We're going to glue it fairly good because that's a pretty big writing card that we've got to stick in there. And try not to glue the paper clip to it. Okay, and put it right up against the edge. We're going to need cards for there. That appears to be too large now. Oh, for goodness sakes. Yep, it was just a little too wide once we put it on the actual page. There we go. We just don't want it to stick to the glue. Now let's see. You know, I wonder if we should glue this on the bottom on one side to hold it in better. Just to hold it down a little better. Yeah, that makes it tighter and makes it better. All right, let's my scan and cut got this one. A little too wide pocket. I really want to use these two somewhere. Sorry about not talking. My poor little sick brain is trying to think. I wasn't going to really do this smaller ephemera, but we might as well. We're going to either do it in the next video or in this video, so we can split putting the pages in half. or the bigger ephemera in half and fill it in. I don't know what I was thinking. Plus the extra ink will help cover up that little bit of pencil mark that still goes around. Guess I got a little carried away there. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, and we've got the large writing card there. Don't tell me I flipped it upside down by accident. No, it's right side up. Okay. This one, I think I'm going to cut this tab flat and then put a new tab over it with a little bit shorter card. So now we're going to glue this on, but we're going to make a top pocket out of it, okay? On one side. On the other side, so on this side is going to be the pocket, and on this side is going to be a belly band. So on this side, we're just going to need to glue it here. You want to look at where your fold is. So we want to glue it here. And here. So I'm going to need to do some fixing on this page because we'll need the card for the belly band. I need to fix this card. So I'll just put a big paper clip here. You have to be careful so you don't get this edge curled up. Which would not be good, especially since we spent so much time. This side we're going to make a pocket. So we're just going to glue this here. So we're going to have to go back and make quite a few tags. And then we're at the end of the signature And we gotta figure out something. Anything to cover that popsicle. Yeah, we could put this right here. Okay, let me trim that little part where the scan and cut decided to make it all crooked looking. Of course, that took that little edge off, so I guess I better do it at the top as well so that it looks the same. And we'll use this one on the other signature. We could make a pocket out of that. Let's make a pocket this way. It's a good thing we're using the crocodile. To make the holes. Wouldn't want to have to try to sew this by just poking the holes in it. Oh, we made it we decided to make it a pocket. Pocket going this way. We'll go back through one more time and see if there's somewhere we need to put those little pockets. Or if we need to make a big one, like a triangle one, put it on the corner. Okay, let me get, All right, let me think about that. Let's go through. Oh, I want this one to face this way. In fact, put some ephemera in there. I think I want to put it there. Oh, we didn't glue this on. There are a whole bunch of ducks outside. I don't know if you can hear them or not, but it sounds like every Canadian goose and or duck is flying by right outside my window. No wonder that looked funny. I hope we're not going to have the same trouble with this one as we did the other one, where the card was too big. Yeah, no. In fact, it could have been a little bit larger. I have to think about that. We got these two. We have two Christmases. Two big tags. So we can think about that. We can flip through and see. Maybe there's somewhere we want to put a small pocket. Oh. Yeah, see, I'm thinking we need something in here. I think we could get away with that. Or we could put this here. Oh no, we have to put something here. What if we just tucked this in here? And then left this as a writing area. Okay. So that'll be it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up, and then just go back through your signature and see if there's anywhere that you could add one of these little pockets. There's 3, so we can use 2 in one signature, 1 in the other. We have we have some of these that we can use. We've got two small ones and one large one. So, you know, the same thing applies, that we could mix and match here. We could put a little one, or two little ones, one of each, and then the two bigger ones, but them just not be the same. So that's just something to think about. We can stuff this puppy full, and we have to remember about the other signature. So we're going to go through that, or I'm going to go through that, and look and see what I need and what we've got, and then decide if and what we need any more. We may have enough, you know, in here that we don't need any more ephemera or any more, you know, tucks and whatever, once we get all the pockets filled and all that. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.